Just so happens that the Niners' highest paid player, Nick Bosa, his brother seems to be almost available. Still under contract with the Chargers, but they might cut him.
Yeah.
The mom, Cheryl Bosa, has an Instagram, and the last 24 hours has been posting little things on her story. I don't know what any of this means. She's been posting on her story memes of Joey Bosa going to the 49ers. It seems pretty clear that this Bosa family is very tight-knit, and as a unit, they want Joey on the Niners. And if that's what Nick wants, I feel like that's what Nick's going to get. I mean, he just fired the defensive coordinator very casually. So I kind of expect Joey Bosa to be on this team, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, Nick Bosa's lightweight, the GM of the 49ers defense
lightweight
at this point. Personally, I don't want Joey Bosa on the 49ers, but I think the 49ers, it's a good chance that happens.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I don't want Joey Bosa on the 49ers is the last 2 seasons, out of 34 possible games, he played 14. And I believe he only had 8.5 sacks, I want to say. That's not really good. It's not encouraging. He would have to, for me to want Joey Bosa on the 49ers, he would have to be dirt cheap. That doesn't seem like what the Bosas would do. Now, he may be willing to sacrifice to play with his brother on this team a little bit, but I don't think he's going to be getting pennies on the dollar for what he's worth. But it does feel like that this is something the 49ers would actually do. The nostalgia, the sentiment of the Bosa brothers on bookends on the 49ers defensive line, I could definitely see it happen. I'm not sure I'd be happy about it, depending on whether maybe he'll stay healthy and maybe he'll produce again like he did in the past. But based on the last 2 years, going with Bosa just because of the family thing scares me a little bit.
Totally agree. It seems like a bad call and a bad sign to the fan base in the locker room. Like, say what you want about Eric Armstead. He was your longest tenured player. He was really respected in the locker room. You pushed him out because he wasn't durable enough. Legit. That's totally legit. What about Joey Bosa? You push out Armstead to sign Joey Bosa, who really can't stay on the field. So why did you really push out Armstead? Like, did you save money? Did you get healthier? Did you get better? Or did you just get Nick's brother? I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't think Brandon Staley being on the 49ers would stop Joey Bosa from coming to the Niners, but I do know that they don't have a good relationship from my understanding. So that's another thing that comes into play. Is Joey Bosa going to take a friendly, team-friendly contract to play with his brother and also come back and play for Brandon Staley, essentially, who's an assistant head coach and the defensive guru on the Niners this year? That's another thing that has to come into play.
Someone tells me Brandon Staley's going to have zero contact with the players. Like, dude, just stay in your office and draw on the whiteboard, and we'll come talk to you.
He's going to be in the booth as well.
Oh, my God.
Right? Yeah.
Just stay there's going to be like a restraining order, 50 feet at all times.
Right. So we'll see. I mean, Joey Bosa feels like the moves of the 49ers will ultimately make. It's not what I want them to do. I would rather them go after a Danielle Hunter, but based on what happened with Wilkinson, it seems like 49ers were in play with Wilkinson. He cost them too much. If Wilkinson cost them too much, I feel like Danielle Hunter, who I've been wanting all freaking offseason for the 49ers, I feel like he's going to be too much for the 49ers as well. Feels like Joey Bosa is going to be that guy. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they get a guy like Danielle Hunter, but I hope they get Khalil Mack over Bosa. But
I feel like you could go get Leonard Floyd, who's a good player, for 1 year, $8 million, 1 year, $7 million, like something like that.
Yeah.
Unless Joey Bosa is willing to play for that, I still rather have Leonard Floyd because at least he'll play. Joey Bosa, if he's going to sign a 1 year deal with incentives, fine. But if he wants a 3 or 4 year deal, no.
Right.
How old do you think he is?
Joey?
Yeah.
I should have checked. I don't know. What is it?
What do you think? Best guess.
30?
Doesn't it seem like he's in his 30s? He's 28.
His body is 30.
It seems like his body's breaking down. Been breaking down. I wouldn't.
Right. Now he's got a lot of problems staying healthy. Now, here's what everyone says when you talk about this. Oh, Christian McCaffrey. That's what everyone said about Christian McCaffrey. Right, but that's the exception. That's not the rule. Typically, when a guy is constantly injured, that's a trend that continues. Just because CMC kind of broke that trend over the last year and a half doesn't mean you should go into contract situations with players that are always injured and expect them to do the same.
It's a good rule to live by. Couple super chats. Travi86 says, y'all looking good. Keep it going.
Yeah, man. Maybe we'll go tie next week.
Maybe.
That's kind of far.
That's a lot. David Baker says we need DTs that can set an edge. Glad to see Ryan back. Well, then that's not really their job. They need defensive tackles who can like hold up to a double team because Hargrave can't do that.
Yeah.
It's not really what he does.
Glad to be back, sir. Thank you.
Glad to be back.